Hello, TCG players and collectors. It has been a long time. Uh, it has been a long story, but I will try to keep it brief. Uh, so, in short, uh, in the beginning of January last year, I pulled my Achilles tendon. So, I was unable to do my main job, which requires me to be on my feet all day. So, during and still has not fully recovered to this day. I pretty much lost my job because of this injury. Uh, so in the meantime, I have been uh, selling on my online stores, mainly eBay, uh, which I've had for many years, but haven't really sold a whole lot. But yeah, because of quarantine, eBay gave me a bunch of free listings, so I was able to put a lot up more for sale. And honestly, was not expecting to sell much because of quarantine. I figured people would not have the money to afford it, but I was pleasantly surprised by the huge increase in sales, especially over time as my store grew and put more up for sale. So yeah, that's and there's a bunch of other life stuff, but the main thing that's kept me busy is my eBay store. I barely had any time to relax, so I'm finally I'm just now for the past month or so taking time up to relax and do some of my hobbies because even though I have all this stuff I had to do because I had to take some time off to relax. It's just been very stressful. So in short, that's what's been going on. So that's a shame because I've wanted to cover Naruto TCG with the huge increase in the game since quarantine, which I've noticed a lot through selling on eBay. I've talked with a lot of people, and a lot of people discovered this game because of quarantine and got into the game because of quarantine. It's, I mean, it's cool in an ironic way how this game grew because of like this. It's crazy. Like there was so much stock. There was certain set sealed product you could get back like before quarantine, and even last summer it started to dry up. By around December last year, it's pretty much all gone. So it's crazy. Like the and yeah, I wanted to cover this for Naruto TCG specifically mainly for all the new players, for the new players. They're new players and collectors, mostly collectors it seems like, but there are definitely some new players. So yeah, I want to go over uh, what what I think this channel is going to look like. I'm not planning on doing any more sealed product. There just isn't enough Naruto sealed product. It's just there isn't enough, and it's too expensive to do any of that. So I'm not going to be buying any more Naruto sealed stuff for myself. I don't see myself opening any other set of sealed product for any other games anytime soon. I'm thinking I might do. I'm playing maybe a couple Naruto deck techs because although I've been following the game for a long time. I've never actually played a game of Naruto. I've never had someone to play with. I just bought cards for collecting and for deck building because I love deck building. That's half the fun for me. Although I do have a lot of knowledge for the game for someone who's never played the game. I did I watched games while it was active. So and I followed the formats. So uh, yeah, because I don't have a local store to play Naruto with. I don't know what decks are good in the format, like the best decks anymore, but I have a general idea of what decks are good, and I have a general idea of what what cards are good, and a lot of the staples from before are still good. So yeah, I could make a pretty good deck, but it wouldn't be perfect because although I have a lot of knowledge about the game, I don't have any actual gameplay experience. So instead, what I'm planning on doing, is doing like uh, like a deck. What's the word? I can't think of the word. Kind of like a idea, like a video on idea for a deck where it has like the main pieces that to build around and like a concept. So I think that would be better for me because I could come up with deck concepts, and you can kind of build off of that and put in filler cards for yourself, like generic cards or staples. So that's one thing I plan to try out. I am going to at least have one deck, which will be my pain deck because that is a deck that I'm sure people would like to see. Maybe not everyone, but I know a lot of people love Bane, including myself. He is probably my favorite villain in all of anime. Another thing I'm going to try out is another idea that I have. This is mainly for newer Naruto players. Is a series where I go like a short series where I go over different Naruto staples to help give new players an idea of what the better cards are. And I'll also have a series for like good budget substitutes for staples, and I also plan on making a tip video for beginners as well with tips. There's some to help avoid some pitfalls for for deck building and such. Yeah, I want to say one thing for newer players. Most likely, I'm guessing you're not playing at locals. Like most states, probably don't even have Naruto being played there anymore. So you're most likely, I'm imagining, playing with a friend or a family member. If you're starting off a game with someone else, you're both starting off fresh. My advice, I mean, this is completely up to you, but my advice would be not to focus on staples and building the best possible deck, but building a deck that's fun for you. Like, so just asking yourself this: what's more important, building a good deck or building a deck with characters that you love? Because I think most people, or maybe not a lot of people, especially the newer players, I don't know, maybe this is just my impression, that they want to build a deck around the characters they like. Because I think a lot of the new players got into the game because of quarantine. I think there's a lot of people, anime fans, that never watched Naruto before because it's too long, and because they have all this free time now. A lot of them watch Naruto, and now they're really into the anime, and I think they discovered the game, and I think they wanted to build decks based off the characters they love. So, but yeah, I think if you're in a situation where you're starting off with someone else, focus on not so much on staples because they're going to be more expensive, and ultimately what matters most is if you have fun, not building the best deck. Because like if you're not playing at a locals, you're not playing a tournament, it doesn't matter like how good the deck is, really. Like, I mean, what's important is that it's functional and that you're having fun, really. Like, that's my advice. Don't go spending more money just to make a better deck, unless the other person you're playing with is going to do so. Then do that so you could stay toe to toe with them. But yeah, I would talk it out with the other person, see what their opinion is. Like, yeah, that's my suggestion. I just want to make a quick mention. If you are looking for a place to purchase Naruto cards, I have a ton of them on my eBay store, and I do mean a ton. I have a lot less super rares than I did back in 2019, but I still have maybe between 100 and 150 different super rares. I mean, lots of rares and commons and uncommons. I have thousands upon thousands of cards, or 10,000s upon 10. Like, I have easily over 10,000 different art. Well, not different Naruto cards, but over 10,000 Naruto cards, and that's pretty generous. And I've got lots of different cards. If you are looking for specific Naruto cards, or are new and aren't looking for anything specific, and you just want to get lots of Naruto cards, whether you want a surprise bulk, or a deck, or single cards, or anything other than sealed product, like, I've got it. I've also got Magic the Gathering cards. I don't have them on my eBay store, but you can find them at my TCG Player store. But if you check my TCG Player store and see something you want, and you want it on eBay, I'd be happy to list it there. I prefer to sell on eBay, but I just don't have the time to go through and list all my Magic the Gathering cards for sale on my eBay store. I just don't have the time. Also got lots of card sleeves. I've got a few playmats. I've got Vice Schwartz. I do have a little bit of sealed Vice Schwartz. I will have more in the sealed Vice Schwartz in the future. I've also got a lot of mature anime girl cards. Most of them I can't put on my eBay store, so I actually have a couple Facebook store pages. One I actually just put up today, specifically for these anime girl cards, and the other one just for purchasing cards off either my eBay or TCG Player store, and for less, because I can afford to sell them there for less because there's no eBay fee. So if you buy by sending directly to my PayPal account from my Facebook store page, it's 10% off of my eBay and TCG Player store. If you're interested in art cards, check my eBay store. If you're interested in Magic the Gathering cards, check my TCG Player store. If you're interested in card sleeves, check either one. I've got card sleeves on both, although I have more on eBay at the moment. Yeah, and if you're interested in something more risque, check my other Facebook store page. I will have links to my Facebook store page and eBay store page in the description for this video, and I'll also have a link to a item page on the TC Player store for an item that I alone have, no one else has. There's no way to just link to someone's store. To your own store, I don't think. So I think that's how I'm going to do it. So I'll send a link to one of my random card sleeves that no one else is selling. So then you can click from there. You can click shop from this seller and see what I have. And I offer discounts for buying multiple cards on my eBay store or my Facebook store page. So yeah, and I also offer coupons to loyal buyers. So if you keep buying, and especially make big purchases, I will give coupons. And something else that I decided to do recently, I'm going to be starting up free raffles for purchases of $20 or more. So I'm not sure how exactly I'm going to do this yet. Like how like ideally, I would like to have maybe once a week, or depending on how once a week, like I'd like to have a live video of going through and going through raffles for each person who made a purchase. But I don't think I can have a live stream. If I recall correctly, like early last year, YouTube changed, you need to have a certain amount of subscribers to live stream. If someone that's more knowledgeable about YouTube, like that has their own channel, can anyone tell me if that's true, if I remember correctly, or if that's something I'm remembering wrong? So I could have sworn like that was a change I'm seeing them, and I was like, well, I'm never gonna be able to live stream because I will never have that many uh, subscribers. Uh, so yeah, I mean, if I can actually stream, that would be ideal, so that people can know that I'm not rigging the thing. That's what I would. But if I can't stream, unfortunately, the only thing I can do is ask that you trust me that I'm not gonna rig the thing, and I can send in a raffle with your order, or I can have a weekly video that's non-live video where I just go through and the raffles, pull one out for each person, open up the raffle, see if they're a win or not. So yeah, so what these raffles, I should mention what these raffles are. Um, so the winners for these raffles get to choose an item from my store, either my eBay or TCG Player store, with an equal or lower value than the most expensive item from their order. So let's say you purchased a $12 card and an $8 card. If you got a winning ticket, you get to choose a an item $12 or less from my store, and I will send it to you for free of charge. Or maybe you purchase a $20 item, you get a $20 or less item free of charge. Now, I'll tell you, be straightforward with this, the ratio for winning is not going to be very high. I hadn't decided on a ratio yet, but it's probably not going to be any more than I'm thinking it's probably going to be somewhere around 5% win ratio. I haven't completely figured this out yet. I might have different levels, like price ranges, like for different raffles. So like and have the lower price ranges have a higher chance of winning. So the more you spend, you can win more expensive items, but you have a lower chance of winning. So I might do that instead. Uh, the thing with that is that would it'd be hard to without having too many raffles have a good price range for all those. And also one thing I'm definitely doing, also having a separate raffle for orders $200 or more. So if you for orders $200 or more, you can instead be entered for a raffle for a chance to pick out any item from either my stores for to be sent for free. Now the odds of this will be extremely low. There will also only be one winner for the whole raffle. There will be one winning ticket. It'll probably be 1 out of 100, so there's a 1% chance of winning this. However, if you win, you can have any item, and I have some very expensive items on my store. I've got figurines as well. Speaking of which, expensive items. I didn't mention I have figurines, including some Naruto ones. I've got an Itachi figure. I've got an Agara figure. Let's see, who else do I have from Naruto? I have a Shikamaru figure. Let's see. Oh, Hinata. I've got a Hinata figure. I buy so many Hinata figures. So I'm selling one of them. I did have a few more, but they've sold. Oh, I have an Anbu Kakashi figure uh, that I recently put up for sale.
Also, I forgot another Naruto figure. I can't believe I forgot. Also that I have on my eBay store. I have a one for Tamari as well.
But yeah, that is a special raffle. And you have to have a video on when I decide what I'm doing with the other raffle. For now, the $200 one is certain. So if to make a purchase $200, you get that raffle, one of those a raffle for that. Uh, but yeah, until I figure out the other one, that's the only raffle at the moment.
Or one piece of information regarding the raffles I forgot to mention. When you make a purchase to get the raffle, you need to send to me in a message. Just send a message saying TCGs for life. And that's to get the normal raffle. For the $200+ one, instead, send a message saying the big one, and then you will be entered. You will get a free raffle.
Yeah, I hope that you check out my store, but completely fine you don't. I'm just trying to get word of my store out there and for people who would be interested. Most of my store, most of what I'm selling is Naruto. Like, of the about 2,000 items I have, about 700 of them are Naruto cards. So a large chunk of it is Naruto. Actually, it's probably more than 2,000. It's almost 2,000. It's a little over 1,900 in my eBay store. TCG players, maybe a few hundred. It's a lot smaller, but yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot. If you like the Naruto card game, I'm sure you'll find something. I'm be shocked if you don't find something that you would like on my store. So if you like Naruto cards, please check it out. It would be a huge help to me. This is my only source of income. It's been my only source of income since January last year. Uh, it's going really well, but any any sale would be helpful, especially as I am looking to start a business, which I may or may not get to talking about later once I start it up. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. I apologize again for the long wait for a video. Uh, Please leave in the comments what you think of my ideas and any ideas you have, anything you'd like to see. Uh, yeah, I hope that you are safe and well and have a wonderful week. Believe it.